This is number 5, part 3. This is number 5, part 3. Now, we're about to go in, and I need for you to pay attention to this. What we're about to do is the next part in this, is that everything below, what's your output variable right now is your out file, correct? You normally would have like a cout when you write something out like that, right? So you do out file. And in this case, you don't use a cout with that. That's out file. Fix. Remember this. Show point. Okay. And you're gonna set precision to 2 decimal places. Okay. Everything below this, when you process this, you're gonna tell it to actually set to 2 positions with the same. So cout. Give it something like a string that you're out processing this right now. Alright, so the user would know processing data, something along this line, and give an inline. Now, you need to read in this file. So everything below this right now, so this is like step number, think about it, this is like step number 4. Okay? Everything below this thing is to process this thing. So we need to read in file. This is your in files, this variable, and this which is the same variable as your in file here. You need to read this in. So what's the first thing you read in this first column? Is what? Is the seat number, correct? So you're going to do in file ticket price, and then this is the ticket sold, the number of tickets sold. Hopefully you have both of these variables declared up here. So this is your ticket price, and then you have tickets sold right here. Okay, so coming down here, how would we use that? So ticket price, let me just grab this right here, highlight that, Control C, and then coming down here, just paste that in here so I don't mess up the spelling with this thing. Now this is what's called an insertion, not an extraction, an insertion. Okay, and then you need to actually do tickets sold in this as well. So let me just put up both of these things on the side so you know what we're doing. Your reading in is the ticket price. Okay, I'm sorry, did I switch that around? I think I did. Yeah, no. In file is ticket price, and the ticket price is $250 for 1 seat, and this column is the ticket sold. Okay, 5,750 is the number of tickets you have sold, and after you read that in. Now that's to remember, you need to process this thing. Alright? Now when you process this thing, what you're going to do is what? You're going to take the ticket price times the ticket sold, right? And that needs to be added to, you haven't done any sales yet, right? So how do we calculate this thing? So we need to take the ticket price, okay, times the ticket sold, okay. So we agree that all of that needs to equal to what? I want to write this from right to left, is the sales amount, right? You haven't sold anything right at this time. So sales amount right now is that. Okay. So look at this. Look at this formula that I just put up here. Ticket price, so $250 times 5,750 tickets sold. Alright, so if I took a calculator to this thing right now, I punched this thing in. So I just took 250 times my number of seats that I've sold, 5,750. I get approximately that large amount with it, right? Looks like a Jerry Jones deal, doesn't it? Well, here's the thing. Where's this thing stored right now the way how I have it? It's stored in sales amount. Okay? Now, that's 1 ticket. So, I need to figure out also is the total ticket sold, right? Well, if you look at the total ticket sold in this thing, what do I have to do? I'd have to take this number, multiply with this number, and I would get this amount on the right hand side, third column, right? If I took this amount, multiply this amount, I get another number in the third column, right? Now here's the problem with this thing. This problem will work alright if I don't have these 3 lines. The problem is that I do have these 3 lines. And the key word is I want to talk to you about here is what's accumulate. When it becomes accumulate, when you add things and it becomes accumulate to a particular variable, you have to initialize it. Right now, it's not. The sales amount right now, it's only left as a blank right now. Okay, so I can't add to the sales amount because I have to have a base number to add to. So what do I need to do? Well, I need to initialize the sales amount to equal to 0. Okay, so sales amount, I'm going to come up here, set it equal to 0. With that in mind, I would take the same sales amount that I have, this right here, this becomes this. So this adds it. So I still have this being multiplied. This is the 0 part, sales amount 0. This, remember now, this is how the equal sign works. The whole right side equals the left side is the sales amount, my new sales amount in memory. Did you get that? Then repeat what I just said. Very important in programming. This is initialized as 0 because I need to add it to a particular base value to it, and I would actually assign this now, just add to 0, it's assigned to the new memory. Okay, now with that in mind, I have to do the same thing to the total ticket sale, right? So let's add a total ticket sale. I'm going to take this right here, just copy that, come down here, paste that, and if I did the way how I would normally have it, if I just have that one row, I could probably get away with it, but I can't, okay? Because the total ticket sold is the what? Is basically your total ticket, your same, plus your ticket sold, okay? So I need to initialize this as well. Total ticket sold needs to be initialized as well in here as the total ticket sold as a 0, because I haven't sold anything yet, correct? So this right here needs to start as a 0. I take the ticket sold, I add it to 0, that becomes my new total ticket sold. Very important concept here. Very important concept. This is the heart and soul for this problem. You have to understand this. This is so important. So that just takes care of basically my first amount sale for what? Well, if you really think about it, this is only for the box seats. Do you agree? I'll just say this is box seats. Okay, so I gotta do this for how many times? I gotta do this for, I got box seats, I have premium seats, I have sidelines, I have general admission. I gotta do this for 4 times. Okay, hold on.